as you shift into 5D consciousness and this new earth awareness, you very well may experience some things that are a bit extraordinary as far as your senses go. Today we're going to deep dive into 3 areas that have to do with your senses that may explain some interesting things that you've experienced or that you might experience as you transition. So let's get started. Number 1, we're going to talk about vision here. Your vision, your eyes, your sight. Many things happen as you awaken and you start to embody these frequencies to your vision. Many people report things like this: starting to see richer colors when they look out across a landscape, for example. I know when I really began to embody these energies, I could notice that things didn't look as flat. There was more dimension to the trees, to the mountains, to the lakes, and the colors were indeed richer. And I have people tell me this all the time. They'll say, it's like I have new eyes. So your vision changes. Now, even things like this can happen. You can begin to see things out of the corner of your eye, flashing of lights, sparkles, those kinds of things. Now, this is a very real phenomenon that happens to many, many, many people. And oftentimes, these sparkles are indicative of another beautiful presence of love around you. Let me tell you a quick story. About 5 years ago, I was very, very sick with a virus that you guys probably know about. Anyway, it was really a near-death experience for me. It was super, super critical. I nearly lost my life. Every night when I would be sitting in my recliner, in my chair where I pray and meditate and just connect, I would see these sparkles on the left side. I would see these flashes of light. And I would feel the presence of someone or something, angels. It felt very angelic, but I could see these sparkles very clearly. Now, I see this quite often, but during that time that I was so sick, I saw this every single night. And it was honestly one of the things that helped me get through this time. So your vision amps up. In fact, when you talk about vision, the actual word for it is clairvoyance, what you can see, what you're able to see with the physical eyes. Another thing people report as far as changes go is seeing energy. Seeing actual energy around people, auras, around objects, around things. So if you tune your eyesight just right, and you can train your eyes to do this, you can see the energetic field around trees and around people, around animals. I see my kitty cat back there. But you can see this. Even certain objects have an aura, because everything is energy. Everything that we're talking about here is energy. So just know, as you see things, you see this movement and you see these things with your eyes, your vision is truly expanding. It is really expanding. So let's go ahead and get to number 2 on the list. We're going to talk about your hearing now. This is referred to as clairaudience. Now, your hearing and what your ears pick up on as you embody these 5D frequencies changes also. It's like your ears can expand tenfold, 20-fold into what they can take in and what they can pick up on in the way of frequencies. I have always had super, super sensitive hearing myself. And now I pretty much have to wear earplugs day and night to keep things at a level that I'm comfortable with. It's expanded so much. Now, another thing about these hearing changes, Many people report hearing voices. And I know that sounds a little wacko, but this is different. This is an inner voice that they're hearing, or a voice that sounds like, well, many refer to it as their higher self or the voice of God. So here's an example of this for you. I have heard this voice many times. In fact, I heard this voice so strongly before I started this YouTube channel for all of you. I heard this voice, and it was a masculine voice, a very loving masculine energy that came in one evening, and it said, "Becca, you have to start a YouTube channel." Now, this dropped in out of nowhere, but the voice was very clear and very powerful. People tell me these kinds of stories all the time. This is just one example of the types of things that you can hear. You can begin to pick up on frequencies that you've never heard. Things in your house, certain appliances and things like that that you've never heard before, but you suddenly begin to hear. There may be nature sounds that you never were tuned into before, where the frequency was not aligned, but now it is. So these things can be absolutely amazing. They can be startling. They can be pretty mind-blowing. But just know it's your clair senses expanding with all of this 5D frequency. Now, the third thing on the list that I want to talk about, that I want to dive into with you today, it's called clear feeling. Clear feeling. And this is known as Clairsentience. It's how we feel, what we're able to pick up on. Whether you're empathic or not, your ability to feel what is going on around you is going to amplify as you embody 5D frequency. There's just no doubt. It is going to expand. It is going to become very noticeable that you're feeling more as you're around people. Now, this can be picking up on good energies and negative energies too. You're going to pick up on both, but you're going to feel like you can feel like you are like a tuning fork, or like a finely tuned instrument, like you're just very fragile in a way as far as what you're able to pick up on and what bounces off of you. I refer it sometimes as like an exposed nerve. Like I feel and sense everything. So you can walk into a room that you've been in many times, and suddenly you're like, something happened in this room. I feel it. Something happened in this room. I feel something different. You might begin to pick up on and feel things that are going on with a family member, for example, that's in the distance somewhere, miles away. You can pick up on these things and feel, because remember, we're all connected and everything is energy. When you're on the same frequency, you can pick up on so many new things. So when these gifts expand, and that's what this is, these are your gifts opening up, expanding, being able to bring in more information for you. It's a really beautiful time in your life, because it's like you become your own spiritual compass. You are able to gauge things based on how you feel, what you're able to see, what you're able to hear. It's almost like you can trust yourself more, because you are now seeing, knowing, and hearing things that you didn't know before. It's an empowering feeling. There are also sides to this that can be quite startling. People sometimes, here's an example, might wake up during the night and feel something or someone, and nobody's there. Well, that could be many things, and we'll get into some of those types of things in another video. That's a whole section in itself. But you're going to feel energy in a whole different way. So just know, if you start feeling like you are wearing a brand new set of spectacles and you start feeling like your ears are these magnificent new megaphones, and your energy body, as far as what you feel, has all of these new sensory, ways to feel and sense energy, you are not alone. This is part of the spiritual awakening process. This is part of expansion. So I've had a lot of questions about this lately, and I wanted to do this video because we have been talking about 5D energies and the new earth frequencies. So let me know, are you experiencing any of the examples I gave? And if not, what are you feeling? Put it in the comments so that we can get another thread going. These are very interesting, by the way, and there's a lot to be learned in what everybody else is experiencing. So be sure and read through those. And so for now, that's what I have for you, are these three things. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you supporting this channel. I do this for you. It's something that I hold very, very dear to my heart. And I'm going to catch you around the corner on my next video.